6 new Apple Arcade games just launched. Today, in my 6th episode of New Apple Arcade Games, we'll be taking an in-depth look at the 6 latest additions, and at the end of the video, I'll present a sneak peek on a huge update coming to Dodo Peak. Number 1, we have Discolored. Here is a new puzzle adventure game developed by Jason Godbey and published to Apple Arcade by Shifty Eye Games. Jason has been involved with digital art since 2003 and primarily works as an environment and lighting artist on AAA games and iOS projects. He also works on his own titles such as The Search, released in 2017, and now Discolored. Discolored takes place in a desolate location, and the goal is to restore colour back to the world. To bring back the colour, you need to explore and solve puzzles. As you do this, the environment around you will change and expand. The game doesn't provide any explanation on what to do here, for the most part, and you have to figure out things on your own. For me, this was quite hard. I had to look up some tutorials online at times, but for me, it was a challenge that I believe was worth undertaking. The game is also a little short. It can be finished in just 2 or so hours, but overall, the graphics are top-notch and the puzzles are fun, engaging, and challenging. 2 things to take note of: if you're playing on an Apple TV, make sure you put the graphics to low, as this will provide a more consistent frame rate. And if you find the camera movement too slow, raise the look sensitivity. All this can be found under the settings menu. Number 2 is UFO on Tape First Contact. If you didn't know, this is the sequel to the 2010 iOS classic UFO on Tape. The original was a 2D side-scrolling action game, and this is the follow-up title which brings a more 3D world which has been crafted with the Unity engine. Players can visit different locations and utilize motion controls on your iPhone or iPad to look around and snap photos. You can also just play with a controller on your iPhone, iPad, or Apple TV instead of actually moving around your phone or iPad, and you wouldn't be able to move around your TV. That wouldn't really be practical. So basically, in each level, you have to take photos of certain objects and reach a money threshold to move on to the next level. To do this, you'll notice that each photo you take is worth a certain amount of money. The developer Revolutionary Concepts are working on a big update coming soon, which introduces a new AR mode where you can search for UFOs in real life. I asked the developer what was the inspiration behind the game, and they responded saying, "Bit of a homage to Close Encounters, and yes, the blurry found footage of UFOs. The original game was kind of AR before there was AR on mobile. So the update will really play on the meta idea of shooting your own UFO video." Anyway, UFO on Tape First Contact is exclusive to Apple Arcade and is coming to Mac next week. Number 3, we have Guildlings. I've been following the development of this game since 2017, and it's been really fun to see some behind the scenes progress that they shared on Twitter. In early 2019, I saw Servo Studios was a part of Apple Arcade, and I made the prediction that Guildlings would see a release on this platform, and I was correct. Guildlings is a story-driven episodic adventure. The game takes gameplay elements from RPGs, point-and-click puzzlers, and visual novel games, and it will present a nice coming-of-age story with a modern mobile outlook. It has a strong focus on dialogue and decision-making, presents lovely low-poly environments, has coin collecting, treasure, and unique battles. The game's user interface has been very well crafted for mobile, television, and desktop, but in my opinion, it should be played on an iPhone to be fully immersed into the mobile gameplay element that it presents. Also, I noticed some minor frame rate drops on Mac, and I was playing on a 2019 5K iMac, so this should not be happening. Apart from that, the game had a cult following before its release, and now that it's out, I see this following to grow exceptionally. Guildlings is an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 4 is Marble It Up Mayhem. Back in 2002, I used to play this game called Marble Blast Gold almost every day on my iMac G4. It was actually pre-installed on some Apple computers at the time, and some of you watching may remember playing it. Marble It Up Mayhem is crafted by a different developer that is made up with quite a number of people from the original team behind Marble Blast Gold and Ultra. It has many core elements from the new Marble It Up series and the classic Marble Blast. We have great controls, fun power-ups, and outstanding level design. This edition has a brand new multiplayer mode and has different marble skins to unlock. I'm very excited to see how this game is received, seeing as there was a huge fan base for the older games in the series. Fletcher, the Marble It Up community manager, recently told me that, and I quote, "We have a mix of people who grew up making marble games and people who grew up playing them. It's great to see these guys back and working close with Apple again. Marble It Up Mayhem is exclusive to Apple Arcade." Number 5, we have Sociable Soccer. Here is a new soccer game for you folks, and it's from the designer of the classic Sociable Soccer series. If you've been desperate for another sports game apart from the other one, Ballistic Baseball, this is what you're looking for next. It has been brought to mobile by Rogue Games, who have a total of 4 titles now on Apple Arcade. With Sociable Soccer, you can play offline or in cross-platform multiplayer matches against other Apple devices. The gameplay in matches is rather fast and fun. You can manage your players, 25,000 upgradable player cards are here, 1,000 international teams too, a league system, a 60-hour campaign mode, and a light and fun presentation. I have a few issues with the game though. On a Mac, it's not easy to play with a keyboard. Passing is not precise at all, so it's best to play with a controller on that platform. To add on, the game automatically selects the nearest player to the ball for you. This usually works in practice, but on the odd occasion, the wrong player would be selected. I'd love to have a button on screen or on controller to manually switch between players. Anyway, Sociable Soccer is an Apple Arcade exclusive. Number 6, we have Takashi and Hiroshi. What I really enjoy about this new game is how it transitions between 2 gaming genres. Let's say storytelling and role-playing. You are presented with a story about 2 brothers and what they go through on their daily life. The older brother Takeshi is 14 years old and is an early video game designer. He is crafting a role-playing game known as Mighty Warrior for his sick 7-year-old brother Hiroshi. When the little boy plays the unfinished game, you control some parts of the gameplay in real time on Takeshi's laptop. You choose which monsters appear and can choose a few other options too, and must make sure Hiroshi enjoys his experience, provide a challenge for him, and prevent his character from dying. Takeshi and Hiroshi is crafted by Onk Games in Japan, and you can tell a lot of time has gone into the puppet animation, dialogue between characters, and the 2 styles of gameplay on offer. It's aimed for teenagers, I'd say, but adults will enjoy playing it too. Please note, the game currently does not support controllers, which is a shame. Hopefully they include this in a future update. And here is the bonus game Dodo Peak. I've been talking with Moving Pieces, the people behind Dodo Peak, for a few weeks now. They have informed me that their first content update for Dodo Peak will be live on Apple Arcade soon. The new content will include a new world, which is a desert world. Levels 30 to 40 will be included, and we have new dodos like the Cowboy Dodo and the Ancient Dodo. Plus, here is some early concept art. What do you think of the new games this week? Are you going to skip this week? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Please leave a like if you found this video useful. I would really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted about upcoming Apple Arcade videos. Anyway, thanks for watching.